Welcome back, guys, to Weebs Closet. My name is Nekko,
I'm Jake.
and today we're watching Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, Episode 4, An Alchemist Anguish.
Yes, sir. And a lot of you might be pretty excited for this episode because I don't know if you remember, but this is that episode.
This was supposed to be that episode, as far as I remember, because the last one that we saw, I did see Lust and Gluttony, I think it was, or at least Lust, showing up with the big guy at the end. I just assumed that they were just the Seven Deadly Sins. Mm-hmm. I don't know. They were in the church after this guy destroyed the fake Philosopher's Stone.
Okay, yeah. So you remember pretty much everything.
Yeah.
They're on a hunt for a real one to restore their bodies. That's pretty much it.
It's funny because like even in Harry Potter, the stone that they use, it's based on alchemy, and you don't even think about it because it's surrounding more sorcerers or wizards and whatever. But like it wasn't until I started seeing this, it's like, yeah, that's technically what Voldemort wanted to do. He wanted to use the stone to, be able to create a body out of nothing. So yeah, it makes all the sense in the world now.
But yeah, the only alchemy they do in Harry Potter is like what's that potions class called?
Yeah, potions class.
Oh, well, there you go.
That's it.
Cool. Keeping it simple, J.K. Rowling. Thank
you. All right, but nonetheless, I remember most of it. It's been almost 6 months since we last the first.
I think it has been 6 months.
It's
legit
crazy.
on the dot, because we had 24 episodes of Vinland Saga. 26 is half a year anyway. So
yeah,
and then we put the first episode out this past week on Patreon.
So yeah, hence why the background looks different. Everything looks different. Probably our setup, and we got long hair now.
And we have a new camera. So if you've only watched our Fullmetal Alchemist videos, we were still filming on the GoPro back then. That's how old they are.
But without further ado, guys, let's not keep you waiting. I am excited. I know for a fact that this show is regarded as one of the best shits ever. So I don't want to wait too long.
Finally retook its top spot on my anime list.
That's crazy.
Kaguya-sama fell to second place after like a month of being on top.
Hey, but they managed to get all the way over there.
Dude, it's like, I'm going to be honest, I don't even know if it deserves to be at the top. And I don't know what does, but like I think almost every year something reaches number one, and then the FMA community is like, nope, we want it back. Everybody vote this show at 0.
I'm assuming it's just because of the hype behind it. Because didn't they just come up with a second season or something like that? A third season?
Kaguya? Yeah. It was season 3 that came out, and it was great. Best anime of all time? Probably not. Best romance anime of all time? You might be able to argue that.
Check our Twitch, check our Twitter, check our Patreon. People over there, they get shout outs if they get in the Full Metal Weebs tier. So hey, it fits the criteria here. And those people are Invented, Skylar Cavins, Jackson Raymond, White Glint 209, Sophie, Fontaistil, Heart of Steel, Lachlan Bond, Jason S, Ellie Lou, thank you, welcome back, Kelsey Tokunaga, Whispery Bowl 228, Chris Yuhas, David Sasar, Hunter Chiles, RSC, Rami Pon, Super Monoman, Nico G, Magi Micah, and Spade Ass, and all the people that joined in afterwards, because technically it almost always happens.
Yeah, true, and definitely this time it will, because this is going to be up a few weeks later.
Yeah, so thank you guys over there in Patreon. Thank you guys in YouTube. By all means, keep liking, commenting, and subscribing. And yeah, that way you don't miss Anka movies or a bi-weekly podcast or stuff like that. So
correct.
By all means. All right, starting this. 3, 2, 1, go.
But what could equal the value of a human soul?
I love that meme. That's like some girl's like, I love an equal relationship where like he gives me money and I go shopping or whatever, and it's like, bitch, don't you understand the law of equivalent exchange?
Foolish alchemists who have turned their backs on the ways of God.
Oh no, don't kill Wario.
I see.
Ooh,
Well,
shiny.
this time, you picked the wrong target.
Shocker. Whoa, that's actually fucking cool.
Try this. A little more.
And just incinerated right there. He probably dug under it and smacked you on the back of the head. Never mind, he just went straight through.
No. How? Now you perish.
Kiss the palm of my hand. Holy shit.
It's what you got to do, right? Somebody puts their hand on your face, you just got to lick their palm. It's so
They'll
gross.
immediately jump.
It's just a word to the wise right there.
Is dead. For all we know, you could be the next one he comes after.
Yeah,
Understood.
you're White Wario.
Vegeta Wario. And that's Mario.
Just like giving different names to all the characters.
Lieutenant Colonel Hughes, you're the officer in charge of this case? Yes, sir. Should you need any additional personnel?
No, he wasn't the fire dude.
Man doing this as a traitor.
Thing's seen better days. I think I'm gonna have to replace it.
Done.
Hey, it's Edward and Alphonse.
Welcome back, boys. Go on in. The colonel's expecting you.
Every single time that you do it without turning anything, you slowly lose your dick. Cause he did it out of like not turning anything else.
Yeah, after all that, the stone was a fake. Even so, the power it gave Cornello was real enough. He transmuted this huge chimera right in front of us.
Okay, here we go.
It might be worth looking into. Who knows? Maybe we'll find something that could help us restore our bodies.
I don't wanna see this episode.
He seems like a nice guy.
Okay, what's the catch? You want something, don't you?
Don't doubt my motives. I'm trying to repay you for your work on the Lior case.
Wait, you mean it talks? A chimera?
Right. Supposedly. It only said one thing. I want to die.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It refused to eat until it got its wish.
It's so unnerving when you know it's coming.
There are people out here. Look.
Nina, this is why I told you to keep the dog tied up. I'm not much of a housekeeper.
Damn, like you can at least do the dishes, bro. That's not that hard.
Now that we're all settled in, let me say that it's a pleasure to meet you, Edward. As the Colonel told you, I'm the Sewing Life Alchemist, Shao Tucker.
Sewing Life, that's such a weird like title.
Sewing life.
Yeah.
However, if you want me to show you the tricks I've got up my sleeve, it's only fair you show me the tricks you've got up yours as well. It's the code we live
That's
in.
right.
Equivalent exchange.
Wow, he really pulled out the equivalent exchange card on him.
Colonel.
You transmuted your mother as an 11-year-old child. But why don't you go ahead and take a look at my laboratory?
I'm going to head back to work now. I'll send somebody by to get you this evening.
They've got some ability to focus. Quite a catch, these two. A couple of prodigies.
A couple of cards.
I remember watching this for the first time and thinking this episode was so like slow and quiet. Then you get to the end and it's like
It's
the whole
preparing
time it's
you.
just like
Yeah, it's tense as shit. Cause I know what's gonna happen. I just don't know how or why.
uh-huh.
You've bested me twice, dog. Playtime is over.
Can he change armors, or is that the only armor that he can be attached to?
Well, he is like legit that is his skin, you know? So
Right.
it's less that he's like a robot and more like that's just his body.
What does assessment day mean?
State alchemists have to report on their research once a year in order to keep their certification.
How long did he say his wife was gone?
No, you'll do just fine, Daddy.
I don't know, but that makes all the sense in the world.
Your mother left 2 years ago?
Daddy said she went back to live at her parents' house.
Must get kind of lonely with just you and your dad living in this big house, huh?
But lately, Daddy's been studying in his lab all the time.
Fucking bodied.
That is a giant dog.
It is.
want to see him versus the Spy Family dog.
I mean, but you can have anything, and like, as long as there's a slight progress, you don't need to go all fucking out.
Yeah, just like catch a bird or something, and you know, he's a chimera, so he can literally mix any two
living things. Yeah.
Surely soldiers would be easier to kill than highly skilled alchemists.
State alchemists are given high pay and special privilege. There must be any number of people who envy them for their positions.
And why are these alchemists not held to that standard? You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean by that?
These ones are not being, assessed every year.
I guess it's because they're part of a organization
military,
or an institution, yeah, of some kind.
If those people do tell you no, me and Alexander will growl at them until they say yes.
You tell him, Nina.
Alexander, Daddy says he's going to play with us tomorrow.
Hello, Mr. Tucker. Mr. Tucker.
There you are. So you are home.
A chimera that understands human speech. Here, let me show you. Listen to me. That person over there, that's Edward.
That person, Edward.
Yeah, and you gotta understand that, like, when I'm watching this, I'm not like, oh, that's not the, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That person, Edward. That person, Edward. Big brother Ed.
Where is Nina?
When did you first get your state certification? When did your wife leave you?
That was 2 years ago, too. Damn brat, figuring it out so quickly.
Brother!
It's much easier when you start with a human, isn't that right?
I don't see what you're so upset about. This is how we progress.
Yeah, but
You can get away with this.
only whenever you're gonna bring it back.
Life like that. Your own daughter.
Your arm, your brother. Those things are also the result of messing around with somebody's life, aren't they?
Yeah, but we're kids, dumbass. It's a different thing.
We are the same. We're the same. You're just like me.
We're not.
Oh, but yes, we are.
Alchemist, don't do that.
Ugh.
I'm not.
Shit.
Edward, no. Daddy.
Ugh, his fucking voice. So unsettling.
It is.
I'm sorry. Even with all our powers, we can't do anything to change you back.
Can we play now? Can we play now?
I made it just in time.
He doesn't even give a shit.
Can we play now?
The thing is, like, what the fuck do you do?
So fucked up, dude.
Yeah, you're gonna put it down.
Because you know the other chimera said that it wanted to die.
Yeah.
And, oh my gosh. Like, what state of mind is... What was her name, Nina? Like, what state of mind is she in? Does she even, like, is she able to comprehend, like, stuff similarly and just can't, like, express it? It's
When it comes to interfering with other people's
so
lives,
weird.
We choose our own path, knowing full well what we're doing.
That's why, like, I wouldn't put it down, right? But it's like,
Right, Fullmetal?
do you want to carry on?
We may be called dogs of the military. We may even be cursed as devils. It doesn't matter. Al and I are still going to get our bodies back. So what good are we then?
Ah,
And you're dead.
You're Shao Tucker, correct?
There were military
Damn.
police out front.
Holy shit.
Foolish alchemists who turn their backs on the ways of God.
Jesus.
Daddy hurts. No, Daddy.
just kill it, man. Just kill it.
Once you've been given this form, there is no way of separating you again.
Erwin Smith. That's who it is.
Oh,
Fuck,
the
it was
witch.
killing me, man. Okay. He let it go. It's off to a better world now.
God, hear me. Please grant these poor lost souls everlasting peace and salvation.
Okay, this is interesting. I mean, I remember the character, but I can't really remember anything
Like the
about
motivation?
him. Yeah. And so I'm excited to see where that goes. Yeah. Cuz like a religious alchemist, that could be interesting.
Yeah.
And I know he becomes like a really important character throughout the entire series.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I understand it as he's not creating anything in general. If anything, he's only reusing energy in a different way, you know, as a weapon. But outside of that, he hasn't built anything, so he's not messing with the laws of nature.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of like a clean alchemist.
Yeah, a purist.
A pure alchemist, yeah, purist. A pure chemist.
Man, like I feel like if I had definitely not known anything about pop culture media, this episode would have fucking destroyed me.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I already seen this. I've been part of the memes, right? I even done the meme of like, well, I cannot fit these two people in my same timeline banner. Oh, never mind, I figured it out. Mm-hmm. You know,
these like I think I watched all 4 of these episodes. This was my first sitting of this show, and I was just like, I am so watching the rest of this shit, dude.
But it's so funny that like they made the name Fullmetal Alchemist, and it's, you know, they confuse him with the brother constantly because the brother's in a full metal suit, you know. So why did they even come up with the term, you know?
Full metal like has a meaning because you have like Full Metal Jacket, Full Metal Panic, and so it's like describing something as like full metal. You might have to look it up. Yeah. It's like a term almost. So, but yeah, it's kind of like a play on words because you do have Alphonse who's literally just made out of metal.
State of mind or being in which a person has titanium-clad convictions.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Will stop at nothing to accomplish your goals and absolutely lets nothing get in their way of progress. Okay. That's interesting. Yeah, because immediately, like, the Full Metal Jacket is the first thing that came. I was like, I don't fucking know. That sounds more like a bulletproof jacket.
Yeah. Yeah, because the end have you seen Full Metal Jacket? I think we watched a clip like a long ass time ago when Mike and I were talking about it. But it's the movie with the drill sergeant that's like just going ham on everybody in like the boot camp. Mm-hmm. And they actually say Full Metal Jacket in there, but I can't remember the context of it. Mm. And so that's why I was like, yeah, there's definitely like some meaning behind.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like I remember you mentioning that you already knew about the twist in this episode.
Yeah, the chimera.
Dude, I cannot even describe my reaction. I mean, I think I had a stronger reaction to the second episode with the mom than this one. Like a bigger reaction when I was like, oh my fucking gosh, dude. But I just remember watching this episode. I had to rewind like 3 times because I was like, is this real? Is this real? Like, oh my gosh, like it's the moment disgusting. Where she says big bro Ed, and it's like, oh my god.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, I wonder if like a lot of people immediately noticed even before they started talking, because I mean, like, where's the dog? Where does the hut? You know, it's the same looking dog to a certain degree.
They do. I will say they do a little bit too much foreshadowing. Like, I should have been able to pick up on it right away. Like, as much as like me and you were able to pick up on like the foreshadowing with all the stuff that we watch. It's like rainy day, fucking they're in the shadows. Yeah. You can barely see them. The music's ominous. You know?
Yeah, they definitely lean pretty hard on that. Do they have this in the original?
Yeah, I would assume so. I think the original for the first like 70% is pretty similar to this.
I'll probably watch the original version of this just to see how they played it out. Because it's like I said, I wonder if the other one wasn't as obvious and then this one was obvious.
Could be.
But no, I mean, just because I already knew doesn't take away again how disgusting this was in a lot of ways. It's just sad that she ended up dying regardless afterwards because of Scar, and also the idea of even though like the thought is like, what do we do? Like, because the guy's going to prison, like regardless. We're gonna take him away and put him in prison. So what do we do with the dog? We just keep him in prison in a lab.
Yeah, and then it already probably wants to die anyway. So
yeah.
This totally reminds me. It's not a meme, but it's sort of like I think I've heard the Game Grumps joke about this. It's like the fucked up character that's like, kill me, and every time that joke comes up anywhere, I always think of this episode.
Yeah,
because it's so fun. Like if I was like that, just get the knife, make it quick.
Because the thing is, like, what did the father make, like, alchemize the mom with?
It looked like some sort of like Chewbacca ass.
It looked like a monkey to a degree. Yeah. So was he thinking it's like, oh, I'll just put the, a human and the next closest thing to a human together. And they had like that weird monster, which it's weird because then like you would assume that he would have better human motor functions. Mm-hmm. Granted,
maybe that's why like it was able to instead of wanting to die. Yeah. Because with dogs, I mean.
They're loyal. They're heartwarming. They only care about their master. So she was like, hey, Daddy's hurting. Daddy, don't stop hurting Dad. I'm still loyal to him.
Yeah, and even like some monkeys can learn sign language, so there's still that form of communication.
First of all, what brought him into the idea of chimera-ism or whatever, right? And then did he waited all that time to have a partner and also a kid to do it, or like it wasn't? Oh, like I'm interested in this now. I have this resources. Mm-hmm. Let me try it.
Yeah, it was probably like a slow build type thing because they said he'd been at like a state alchemist for 2 years, and he's probably always been interested in alchemy. But it's kind of like the Jeffrey Dahmer where you kill animals first and then you start killing people.
Yeah.
So it's probably like he was trying to fuse do actual like I almost said like chimera ants from fucking Hunter x Hunter, but maybe something like that where you fuse like a beetle and a butterfly or something. I don't know.
Yeah, and then try to recreate the process multiple times. He's like, okay, I can make the same monster over and over again. Mm-hmm. Cool. Let's move on. So far, he was just creating something. It's like, okay, cool. Let's try something else. Mm-hmm. That would have been my way of going about it. I mean, granted, I would not go to the level that he went, right? But I would, because ultimately you don't understand insects or animals or whatever. So like, you'll never for real know if you're just causing more harm than good. Mm-hmm. But I also was thinking about the idea that like I did not expect, like this is not something that I would expect from a man with a family. I would have expected a lot of a serial killer just kidnapping people and doing it on people. And it's like, okay, cool. Granted, that just means that if this happened now, then what I'm saying will definitely happen in the future, or can definitely happen in the future a little bit more crazier. So I'm looking forward to see what the hell happens.
Yes, I'm excited for the next one because I don't really remember a whole lot of what happens in the rest of the show, but until like the finale,
the big stuff.
Yeah. So let's do this.
Alrighty. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Sadly, I didn't give you like an even more crazy reaction to the thing. I already know it because of pop culture. So
it's your guys' fault.
Yeah, all about it. Right there in the comments. Yeah, right there. Whew. Alrighty, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one.
See ya.
Hope you guys enjoyed another Weebs Closet reaction. A special thanks to our Patreons. We appreciate your extra support to keep this channel going. Be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below, and subscribe to stay up to date with our latest videos. See you in the next one.